Today is June 13th of 2026. And, you know, it's a Saturday. So I'm going to set the record straight because I know this past week, regarding Carmelo, regarding the verdict of Carmelo Anthony, now that he's getting sent to 35 years behind bars for murdering Austin Metcalf at a track meet out in Texas. I am going to say this right here, right now. I think the hot topic, and I'm not gonna, you know, I think the hot topic is going to be this, real quick. The hot topic in the predominantly black church. They're going to talk about how Carmelo Anthony has been done wrong by the justice system. And of course they're going to make it all about race, pulling this nonsensical term systemic racism, which there is no such thing as that, by the way. But I'm going to be honest and say that if you go to church tomorrow, especially if you happen to go to a predominantly black church tomorrow, they're gonna talk the subject of they're gonna talk the subject of Carmelo Anthony. This is my prediction, but at the same time, I want you to take it with a grain of salt, because not all predominantly black churches do that. But to tell the truth, a good majority of black churches always push the victimhood nonsense and screeches out injustice this, injustice that, systemic racism this, systemic racism that. And I during the past since the verdict was read, since the verdict was distributed regarding Carmelo Anthony's sentencing, yeah, it was a whole lot of meltdowns that's been going on by the pro-blacks. And they're doing that, and they were doing that because apparently they didn't get their way. The thing is that they wouldn't. The problem is they feel that, literally they can't think beyond this right here. The color of their freaking skin. And then you got folks who call themselves, I've seen this one article where you had this fool calling himself urinating on Austin Metcalf's grave. What the actual hell. And it makes you want to. Stuff like that definitely makes me furious, too. What? But back to what I'm saying. I mean, because I'm getting off topic, I do feel that if you go to church tomorrow, given tomorrow is Sunday, and especially if you were to go to a predominantly black church tomorrow, um, you're probably going to hear hear the pastor bring up the hot topic of why Carmelo Anthony has gotten a 35-year prison sentence over the fact over that he murdered Austin Metcalf in cold blood. You know, they're going to. I predict they're going to say that the act is literally. I mean, the way the sentencing is an act of injustice, but they don't look at the. I mean, they never looked at the facts of what happened, and they're only being told of what the drive-by media tells them. Because, not gonna lie, Carmelo Anthony supporters are literally shits for brains. They care more about their feelings than they care about the facts. They care about their egos more than they care about the evidence. And they only want to lambaste people like me because I speak the truth. So, yes, if you go to a predominantly black church and they're going to bring up Carmelo Anthony, where they feel that the just where they treat Carmelo Anthony as a saint, do me a favor and don't return to that church because they prove how ungodly they have become. I am Chuck Johnson, a.k.a. Kid Thunder. I am signing off. You guys have a good day.